Hello dudes and dudeses. I need Sculk sensors in my world. I don't need thousands of Sculk sensors, but I do need Sculk sensors for some redstone projects that I have. So today we're going to be looking at this small Sculk sensor farm that you can build utilizing a spawner, a normal spawner. It could be a zombie spawner or a skeleton spawner. And you don't have to go to the end and use an Enderman farm or something like that to build it. It's just a small farm that you can build in the overworld. So that's the project for today. Welcome back, and we start off in my survival world, my forever world, and I've gone into camera mode so I can show you that down here is where I need the farm. I want to have it close, and down here I have a skeleton spawner like this, and that's why I designed it. I want to have be able to have Sculk right here in my base. This is not used because I have a mob farm right there, so it's just standing here idle, so I can utilize this to build the farm. Now I'm at level 18, so I will go down like 2 blocks, build a totally normal spawner farm, and then I will have to put like 24 blocks to the height over here, and then I will go across over to the other side and drop the mobs down so they die. They have to die by themselves, and probably not that way because there's a water stream, so I will go this way over here. And I like the idea of having this close by. I don't need that many Sculk sensors. I just need enough to do my redstone projects. So it's a small farm, and the rates, you can just have it up front. It's about a stack an hour if you AFK. Now let's go back to the creative world. And here you have it, built to measure, so to speak. As you can see, most of you will probably recognize this as being just a normal spawner farm, even though it's built in tinted glass so you can see it. It's a bit different because it brings the mobs across the farm and drops them down, but otherwise than that, it's a totally normal spawner farm. And if we go closer, you can see that I take them down at one side, and this part down here is basically the real Sculk farm. This is just the normal farm for a spawner. And as I said, it is 20. I bring them up 24 blocks from down here. Well, I bring them down 3 blocks first, and then I have water stream 1, 2, and then water on the 3rd level. And you can see some guys coming there right now. Perfect. And I just use ice to slide them along, and then they get pushed up by a water column like this, and they get pushed over, and then they drop down. So the entirety of what they drop down is about 30 blocks, I think. They go down, and yeah, this guy survived. It happens that they do survive, and you could make it maybe 1 or 2 blocks longer, but I've been AFKing in this farm for a long time, and it's not like they build up. It's a few that survives, but you could make it even higher if you wanted to. I just need this height in my world to not collide with something else that I've built above it. So this is a guide, not a must. You can build it higher, but 5 blocks higher, then you should be absolutely sure that everything dies. As you can see, I haven't done anything fancy here to push them along. There will always be 2 mobs standing right there. It's just the way I do it, because if I have to do the advanced one where they get pushed up, I have to look it up on YouTube, and I'm too lazy. So I just built it like this, and there will be 2 standing there. It won't affect the rates of the farm. You can see, and the next one just puts the guys up there, and you can see them being pushed along with the water stream right there. And we're lucky we have another guy in armor, golden armor, falling down. Does he die? Yes, he does. So that's the mob farm part of it. Now, of course, you have to make sure that you're no longer than 16 blocks away. That's probably right here, I think. So if we go up, you can see it's right there, and otherwise you won't activate the spawner. So this part down here shouldn't be more than 16 blocks away from the spawner, just like when you build a normal spawner farm. And then you can see we have this tube here, andesite. And the reason I use andesite is because it cannot be sculkificated. And I also use slabs around here, as you can see, because Sculk veins cannot attach to that. Now the farm, it's just right here. It's a Sculk catalyzer. You need one of these to start the farm. That's where the mobs die, and that's where the Sculk spreads from. And you can see you can basically start this with just stone. It will all get sculkificated. I don't know. And the veins will spread on the inside of andesite, but it won't spread on stairs and slabs. And that's why I use this, because it will spread up here on this side. So just to keep it down there, and you get most of the Sculk effect on the blocks that you want, so it doesn't spread in all directions. Now, as you can see, the rest of the farm consists of minecarts going underneath and an etho hopper clock, the best redstone device in the game. And I think I have 16 items in here. It could be 14, it could be 17. It's not that important. I just stumbled on 16. I think that's a good pace for it. And it go back and forth. And what it does, it turns on a dispenser in this side with a water bucket, and a dispenser on this side here with a water bucket as well. It's emptied when you start it, and the water will be going back and forth, and it will be able to push through the Sculk veins right there. So you, as the player, just sit down and start the farm by going into that slide down there, and you're being pushed back and forward, and you need a hoe with silk touch, because otherwise you just destroy the Sculk censors right here. So if we start it up like this, and I go in here, and then I turn the farm into survival, we will be going back and forth right here and harvesting the Sculk censors as they appear. Now what you do is you aim your hoe just a couple of millimeters up on that block, not down there, because you will take those out. So up there, right there, and in Java Edition you just press F3 and T, and the farm will be going by itself like that. And let's just see, you will be pushed back and forth like this, and when anything appears in front of you, you will harvest it with the hoe. Let's just wait and see if we're lucky and something appears quickly, like this. And it does take some time. This is, as I said, not the fastest farm. Oh, there is one. And you can see we're just standing here, and then the water shifts and we're pushed over and we harvest it, and it's picked up by the hopper downstairs. Sometimes it ends up in your inventory, depending on how close you are. And if we just wait a little bit more, maybe we can be lucky to get one more. As I said, the rate is not fantastic. It's a stack plus an hour, so there can be some pauses in between getting a Sculk sensor to appear. But let's just see. There's another one, and you can see we're just getting pushed over in a second, and then we harvest it. And basically that's how the farm works. As always, I will leave you a world download. Remember to turn off the lamp, otherwise mob spawning is stopped. And that's about it. That's the farm. Alright, dudes and dudesses, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, remember to leave a like, and if you are brand new, subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of different farms here, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye!